don't even know what to say at this point. Tired. Just woke up a little while ago. Got a phone call. Um, this has been going on for quite a while for me now. You know, I've tried to do, my best to do whatever it is that I was supposedly doing. I really don't know if I'm helping, you know. All I'm doing is passing information. I'm frustrated, tired. I sleep, but I can't sleep, you know. I always feel like I'm on, like edge, so to speak. It's not a good feeling. Being proactive in a sense is, I guess, it's a good thing, but then you just kind of lose yourself in what's really going on, especially because it's bigger than you. I started kind of feeling responsible for everybody, like where I really wanted to try to do something for everybody. I don't know. I can only do so much. I'm not God. I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to school for this shit. I'm by myself. All I do is I like to read. You know. It's funny. I say a lot, huh? When anyway, it's just crazy. Got a phone call, like I said, and a lady I'd helped, talk to. It was Brenda. Um, I talked to her for. This was actually months ago, but I talked to her for a good, few weeks off and on. Got to have a really cool rapport with her. She was just a real cool chick. I have some really cool friends. Well, I used to have some really cool, awesome girlfriends that were just bomb friends. Made you laugh kind of deal. No funny business, just made you laugh. Good friends, and she was like that. She had a battle of her own previous. You know, she had cancer. She was in remission. She had been in remission for a good while, good long while now. From at that point, I believe. Yeah, because um, the reason why it wasn't had nothing to do with her cancer. Her her son, uh, Benjamin Luke, and I'm not gonna say his last. He had cancer. He had it was a metastasized tumor on his, I believe it was right above his ear, tumor in his brain. He was pretty much dying, and she found us, found our family, and I do what I do, which to me isn't really that big of a deal. You know what I mean? It's not hard to find stuff for me now. It really isn't. So I just kind of went off on it, and I told her, give me 10 minutes. And literally in 10 minutes, I just went off and started just boom, 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 and I just was like sending stuff to her, sending. So that way, she was getting all kinds of emails, and then I asked her to send them back to me, one at a time, so we could process, because I just sent her a lot of stuff, and it was one of those where I was up for like almost a full night. You know what I mean? Just literally reading, going through stuff, writing, taking my notes. How this connects to that kind of deal, and what they're giving him, and I mean, chemotherapy and radiation. It kills cancer cells, but it all does a lot. It everybody knows that it kills healthy cells as well. Um, the thing is that it's not publicized. Is that it promotes secondary growths. You know, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. There's no logic in it at all if you think about it, because they're fucking killing you. I mean, they're fucking killing you, and they know it, man. They know it, and I mean, Brenda was just one of those chicks where she had smoked pot when she was in high school. She knew, what I mean, that kind of deal. But she was, housewife, mom, and she hadn't smoked in years. She told me, since high school. And I go, so okay, were you a stoner in school? And she was just, like all real shy and quiet, And I was like, oh, come on, so you're a fucking pothead? Like, were you one of those heavy metal chicks? And she started laughing, and it just so happened that we were pretty much around the same age. And I was blessed to have a lot of friends, a lot of friends from a lot of different, so to speak, backgrounds. I had my heavy metal friends, I had my cha-cha friends, I had my, my greaser, friends. I had my, cholos. I had a lot of cholo friends, family. Um, so I got a taste of everything, and it was really cool because I got to meet a lot of really cool people. Well, anyway, she reminded me of a lot of people that I knew from high school. So, they were called the mob and all that bullshit or whatever, but, whatever. But, yeah, so she was like, yeah, with pants with all the zippers, bust each other's balls. She was like, oh, so were you, or she was like, all of a sudden you turned around. She was, were you a greaser boy, or were you a duck? And I was like, damn, I mean, it was like that kind of a relationship. She started burning me and talking shit, and it was really funny, And then, mind you, I've never met her. Never. It was all through texting, or actually through the phone where you can, talk and video, on the Facebook. But that was pretty much it, it was just me talking shit, and telling her it's gonna be okay, it takes time, and your son's gonna get better, just gotta stick with it, Well, the whole time, we already knew, she was in remission, right? There was good deal, it was, good. What I believe it was 14 years, I think 14 years, 14 or 15 years, I believe, that she was in remission. So there's really no indication that, it might be longer than that, she was sick, or, that she had, anything wrong with her, right? I mean, that's what I was thinking, and I started asking, and got to talk to her, her husband, and, it sucks to have to ask the horrible questions, because I don't want to bring up any more pain in that man's, heart. He's already hurting as it is. But it's just funny how, funny in a sick, twisted way, because like I'm saying here, I got good at this shit, and he wants to know. He wants to know how he feels his wife was, him and his family were manipulated by the system. I didn't understand what he meant by that, but because I had told him that, I had tried to, have her try it. She, just like everybody else, believes, that it's all about getting high and this and that. No. Some people do get, the whole Aurora feeling, whatever, the buzz side of it, But, if you're doing it in doses, and if you're doing it under in a controlled environment, and it's for situational situations, and it's not just for fucking parties, you're doing it for, there's a purpose. And it works. I mean, it's something, it works. You just have to do it. But you have to do it forever, you gotta remember, life expectancy when it comes to the majority of cancers is 5 to 10 years after treatments. And then you gotta understand that the damage that it's done to you, because of the years later, it's not considered a cancer-related death. her body gave out on her. Her heart stopped. Her body was. He told me that her everything was just like, just, it was bad. She showed no signs. How is that possible? You know, that's who was asking me, how is that possible, Jerry? Fuck, I don't know. How the fuck do I know that? But, you know, my thing is that I used to always tell her, you know, okay, you know, thank God that you did beat it. You know, you're one of those, you know, I'll give it to you. You're one of those people that, you know, that do get, you know, remission, you know that, and, you know, I mean, that it's for that long of a period, that which is awesome. But, you know, the majority of the people don't. They get sick right away. And it's fucking worse, you know? And it's bad for everybody. I tried to tell her, I wanted her to get on oil. I wanted her to just try some, you know, take a little bit. Figure it out, you know, that's the best way to do it. It's the only way to do it, you know, trial by error at that point, because you gotta find that happy medium. And, you know, or the CBD end of it is just outrageous too. There's just a lot of, you know, possibilities to do, and I'd give her the options, but, you know, I can't force people as much as I fucking want to do this, you know. Now I'm up, and, you know, sitting here, you know, pondering a relationship I had with a woman who I never met, who I laughed with, who I cried with, who I talked to in, you know, real detail about how I was feeling about my love and how scared I was, and, you know, how I was lying, you know, how I lied, about that I had it all under control, that, you know, I'm not afraid of anything. And, you know, she helped me with my fear, you know, so to speak, because, you know, she at least helped me recognize the fact that I was afraid. That's what was getting me so spun, you know, where I just couldn't handle, you know, because I was afraid, and I wasn't brought up to ever be afraid. It's just weird for me. But having to say goodbye to a woman, you know, Minnesota, I believe, Minnesota. She made me laugh. Her son's cancer free. He's, you know, he's a big kid, you know, like 27. I believe 27 now. But he's been on the oil now for, I think, 3 years now. I haven't heard anything about him, but, you know, I got that information too, that, so I believe he's 28. You know, I'm happy for 28, but then I'm sad for losing his mom. It's just not a cool way. I just thought everybody can maybe say a prayer for Brenda. She was an awesome lady who did what she had to do to save her son. And he, you know, he's alive and well, thanks to her stepping up. The only thing is that she didn't step up for herself. I mean, just like everybody else, we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I tend to worry about my love more than I worry about anything else, you know. Like I say, I'm gonna change, you know. I know this it's taking the best of me out already. You know, I'm tired. I'm just pissed now. Heart hurts, man. This sucks. That's why I fucking hate cancer. Shit's not just here, it's fucking here to stay. And if you had it, the chances that you're gonna get it again are way fucking high. Or the chances that you're gonna the expectancy of life is going to be very, very long. There's a few, mind you, there's a few. I mean, please don't get me wrong. There are people out there that I know have lived a long time without cancer, and had some fucked up situations, but, generally speaking, they've had some good, they had a good life, you know. But then there's some people that they don't, it just doesn't work that way for. And that some I'm talking about is becoming a bigger number now. And death, period, is unacceptable in my book when it comes to this shit. It's a man-made disease. They know that it's killing you. They know that they don't have anything that's gonna cure you. Just understand that I can't. The hypocrisy is just fucking killing me right now. I want to just say a prayer for Brenda. Fucking badass lady. I really wish I would have got the opportunity to give her that high five. This fucking sucks. My love's asleep. I don't want to wake her up. I feel like just turn my phone off when I hear fucking news like that. Well, Chola, may God welcome you with his open arms. I'll miss you, yeah. Rest in peace. Fuck cancer.